Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with the beautiful Karina, my beautiful wife from Venezuela. She had her K1 visa interview at the U.S. Embassy in Bogota, Colombia, November 16th, 2023. And today is July 3rd, 2024. And in the mailbox, Karina found her green card in the mailbox. She had this letter that was mailed from Corbin, Kentucky, and it was sent via USPS tracking. And Karina opens up her letter, and there is her green card. Okay, legal permanent resident of the United States of America. And how did Karina get to this point? Because I know what the heck I'm doing in putting paperwork together. Okay, I've got 9 years experience processing green cards and K1 visas. We love each other immensely. Mucho amor. And this YouTube channel is for you to help you get your green card. Okay, we want to see you get your K1 visa approved. We want to see you get your spousal visa approved. We want to see you get whatever it is you need in immigration without too much stress, without making stupid mistakes, and without paying stupid money to outrageous prices for immigration attorneys and other companies that process green cards and K1 visas. I don't charge you guys a freaking dime. You come on here for free and you get to learn how to do this for free. I'm not an immigration attorney. I don't give you any legal advice. Zero legal advice. I don't work for USCIS. I don't work for the State Department. I don't work for any of these companies that charge you all this money to process a simple green card application. But I have made videos on how to do it, so you can watch the videos and learn how to do this process for free. And excuse me, I'm going to turn off the printer because it's going to make some stupid noises during the live stream. So I'd rather it make stupid noises now when I turn it off. 1 second. Now, Easy E, congratulations, Karina. And thank you, Easy E. We hope your family's doing well. We hope you're doing good. Priyanka in Alabama. Hello, Diego and Karina. Got my green card approved. That's a Mountain Dew salute for Priyanka right there. Now, Priyanka, you're going to go into pharmaceuticals, I believe. When can I expect my green card in the mail? Probably in about the next 7 to 8 to 9 days. Let's say 7, 8, 9 days. Mountain Dew salute. So Karina got her green card in the mail today. So what do? Well, first we had this fantastic breakfast to celebrate. Karina's favorite breakfast place in the town here. And then we drove to the Social Security office in the big city. And we set an appointment. We just walked in. We pressed the button and got a number. And we didn't set an appointment, but it felt like it was. And then we were the only persons in the Social Security office because today is the day before Independence Day. So everybody's pretty much doing other stuff, not Social Security stuff. So within 5 minutes, Karina had her status changed, okay, to legal permanent resident in the United States of America. So she took her green card, okay? She took her green card. I'm not going to pull it out because it's classified. She went to the Social Security office. I translated, and boom, they went into the computer. They updated her status to legal permanent resident, and in probably 5 or 6 days, yeah, right here. In 5 or 6 days, she'll have her new Social Security card, okay? And on that Social Security card, all that writing, all that Homeland Security crap is going to go away. It's not going to say authorized to work only by Homeland Security permission, blah, 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 blah. That goes away. She gets a new Social Security card. The number doesn't change, but she gets a new card. All that Homeland Security garbage goes away, or verbiage. I wouldn't say garbage. It's a good thing they do that. It's verbiage. And now she has her new Social Security card. Now, Renika Kendall, good day, Diego and Karina. Karina, how is the new job? ¿Te gusta tu trabajo? She says very much. She loves her new job. She has work tomorrow. And now she has her green card. Guess what that means? She can take her test for her driver's license. Huh? Yeah. She can take her test for her signs. First, she's going to take the test for the signs to learn for the driver's test. And then We're going to practice a little bit longer, another couple of weeks, and then she's going to take her driver's test and get her Florida driver's license. Things are coming together. Things are coming together for us, and things are going to come together for you guys also, okay? So Priyanka says, when can I expect to get my green card? Is it an email? No. Green card doesn't come in an email, Priyanka. It comes in an envelope. This big. It comes in an envelope from Corbin, Kentucky, okay? And on the envelope, it's going to say, this is United States Postal Service tracking. So it's a secure envelope. It's secure, and it will come to your mailbox. So make sure you check your mailbox. And so don't let it sit in your mailbox all the friggin' day. Priyanka, yes, Diego, got a job today in Michigan in big pharmaceutical company. Congratulations, Priyanka. But in Michigan, I thought you lived in Alabama. What are you going to do? Fly back and forth from Alabama to Michigan? Will the Social Security number get changed when we update changes? No. Priyanka, when you get your green card in your hand, go to the Social Security office in your town and say, I want to update my status to legal permanent resident. Give them give the lady or the gentleman your green card, and I would bring your passport along just in case they want a second ID. And then the Social Security office will update your status to legal permanent resident, and then you're good. And then you're going to get a new Social Security card in the mail that doesn't have all that Homeland Security verbiage on it. Me and my husband will be moving to Michigan. Priyanka, you're going to move to Michigan. Now remember, you're in Alabama right now. It's nice and warm. In Michigan, in the winter, it gets cold. Don't forget, when you move to Michigan, you must tell immigration where you're at. So you leave Alabama, you move to Michigan. When you get to a new place, you got to tell immigration your new address, okay? And you're very smart. You waited until you got your green card before you decide to move. So that way your green card doesn't get lost in the mail somewhere in between new places, right? You got it, right? Good job. Priyanka, we're proud of you. And you worried all that you were worrying about that page 13 and page 14, but I had a feeling it wasn't going to be a problem. And I was right yet again. Francois Livingston, good evening, Diego and Karina. Happy Independence Day. I'm all in on Happy Independence Day. Thank you, Francois. That was today or tomorrow. We celebrate our birthday of the United States when we got independence and we kicked the British out of America. George Washington and his militia kicked the British out of here. Get out of here. We're sick of your taxes. Because remember this, the British was sending trade to the colonies. They were sending stuff over here, coffee, whatever it is, tea, and then they were charging this massive tax on the coffee and the tea and whatever. And the colonists were saying, what the heck? Why are we paying all these freaking taxes and all this stuff, and the money goes back to England? So it created a problem, right? Eventually, there was a war for independence. George Washington basically was the first president of the United States. He was the first president, the father of our country. And then the British, they ran with their tails between their legs. Now today in 2024, we got no problem with the British. We love the British. Come on, guys, we love you guys. But back then in 1774, 1772, 1770, y'all were sticking your noses in our business over here. But not anymore. It's kind of like Simon Bolivar. Simon Bolivar is the father of South America. He kicked the Spanish out. Let me see what we got here. Priyanka, your Social Security number is not going to change. It's not going to change. Kayur, receipt notice was February 21st and biometrics were May 1st. When would I expect to receive the green card? Let's see, biometrics were May 1st, May, June, July, August. I would say by September, somewhere in September of 2024. Easy Eater, Francois, I hope you have a great Independence Day. Now, Easy E, Remember, we are not celebrating Julius Caesar tomorrow. Julius Caesar created July 4th, not the American patriots that kicked the British out of here. The American patriots kicked the British out of America, and we celebrate Independence Day. Okay? When it's Christmas, do you wish somebody a happy December 25th? What do? It's Christmas. On Christmas, do you say, "Oh, happy December 25th"? No, you say Merry Christmas, right? The same is true with our founding fathers and the birth of our country in 1776. You say Happy Independence Day. You don't say Happy Great 4th of July, but easy, that's okay. I'm going to help educate you guys on American stuff. You don't know that. You come to this country from another country. You don't know what's going on. So I'm going to help you. Renika Kendall, how many pages was your packet before you sent it in? How many pages was our packet? What packet? What, for the green card application? It was like this. How do you do it? It was about this thick. I don't know how many pages, but it was a bunch. It's a lot. It's a lot of evidence of Korean and I being married and living together and commingling everything. Okay. Francois Livingston, I got an email from the embassy in Abu Dhabi this morning early. Couldn't believe it because it's only been over 2 weeks since it was at the NVC, which is the National Visa Center, which is in New Hampshire. NVC sent our case to the embassy in Abu Dhabi. Okay, Francois, that's a Mountain Dew salute. You know what that means? What you got was your packet 3, packet 4 email from the embassy. On that packet 3, packet 4 email, I dropped the lid. It's going to tell you how to pay the visa fee, how to schedule the biometrics. Oh, Karina, thank you. She picked it up with her toes. How did she do that? Man, she's limber, I'm telling you. But anyway, let me put the lid on in case I knock this over and then Mountain Dew goes everywhere. You got your packet 3, packet 4 email. Congratulations, Francois. And Priyanka says, Happy Independence Day for July 4th. That's good. Francois, congratulations to Priyanka. Everybody give congratulations to Priyanka. Her green card will be in her hand in about a week or less. Let me see. Ren S. Congrats, Francois and Priyanka. Yes. Ren S. You're back on the channel. Now, Ren S. lives in Texas. Okay? So we hope that Hurricane Beryl doesn't do too much damage, if any, to Texas. We don't want Texas to get hit by this freaking hurricane. Okay? Let me see here. Priyanka, yes, Diego. Thank you, Diego and Karina. And Francois, we're excited for Francois. She got her packet 3 email from the embassy in Abu Dhabi. Soon, her future husband's going to be on a plane flying to the United States, and they're going to get married in upstate New York, right? And then you're going to wait until you get your green card for your husband to be, and then what are you going to do? You're going to get the hell out of New York, right? So you can get a big pay raise, because the taxes in New York are out of control, guys. It's insane. Ren S, congrats to Francois and Priyanka. Estelle Lemagoum, hi Diego. My RFE was about a dismissed criminal case. Okay, no problem. However, I'm not able to get the police report for that charge. The California Highway Patrol couldn't find it. Is it okay just to send out court disposition? You send what immigration asked for. If immigration asks for the court disposition, that's fine. But what you need to do is go back to the police station. Go back to the police station. Listen to me, Estelle. Listen to me. This is very important. You got to go back to the Oakland, California Highway Patrol and have them write a letter saying they are unable to find the disposition of your dismissed case. They need to write a letter and sign it. Then you're covered. And then you also submit the court disposition. So your homework, Estelle, is to go back to the California Highway Patrol in Oakland, okay, in California. Please, Mr. Police Officer, can you write a letter saying you can't find my case? It was disposed of or whatever. Have them sign it and then include that with the court disposition, and you are good to go. Francois Livingston to Easy E. I'm having a fantastic Independence Day. which is tomorrow, the 4th of July. Got a sensational news very early this morning. That's good. An Easy to Diego. I stand corrected. Happy Independence Day. No, I'm not trying to correct you, Easy. You just don't know. People don't know. People from other countries come to the United States and they watch all this fake news on the TV, and they get their heads filled with all this fake stuff, and they don't get correctly educated on what our country is about. You know, the fake news, the politicians, they say we're a democracy. We got to save our democracy. No, we are not a democracy. We're a constitutional republic. In a democracy, that's mob rule. In a democracy, you don't have an electoral college where you don't have representation. You have an election, and the one with the most votes wins, and that person controls everything. That's a democracy. California. Venezuela is a democracy. Cuba is a democracy. They're communist countries. The communists are the only people allowed to vote. They vote the same person in every freaking 4 years. That's a democracy. It's mob rule. In a constitutional republic, you have what's known as representative government. So if you live in Florida, you get so many congressmen and congresswomen to represent you in Florida by dependence on how big the population is. Like California is a big state, so they got a big population. So they got lots of representation, lots of congressmen, okay, and congresswomen. That's how it works. It's representative government, okay? If you live in Arkansas, you got a small population, but you don't get as many congressmen or congresswomen to represent you, but you get representation. In a democracy, you wouldn't have that. In a democracy, the most votes wins, okay? Now that sounds good technically, but if you are in a state that gets no representation, then that sucks. But Easy, you're learning. It's so hot here in Phoenix right now, 112 degrees. I can't think straight. Easy, you know how you fix it, right? You go to the fridge, you get a Mountain Dew, and you drink it. I remember Easy when I was in Phoenix, Arizona in 2000. I had an Isuzu rodeo. I went in to meet my boss. I was in the military. I had to go check in with my boss. I was in the Navy. I went into a check with him. I parked my Isuzu rodeo in the parking lot, in the parking lot. I checked in with my boss. I came back to my Isuzu rodeo, and I sat down and put the key in the ignition, and I checked my mirror to go backwards. And where's my freaking rearview mirror? What did extraterrestrials take my rearview mirror? Do you know where it was? It was on the floor of my rodeo. It was so hot in the car that the glue holding my mirror on the window, it just melted into liquid, and the rearview mirror fell off the windshield. That's how hot it was. I understand how hot it is in Phoenix right now. Easy, hang in there. Go drink a Mountain Dew. You can think straight. You can do this. Francois Livingston, I meant Independence Day. Easy, you guys are good. Kajali Darbo. Hello, Kajali. If you obtain your 10-year green card to marriage and you get divorced, can you file for another spouse outside the U.S.? Yes, you can. You can do it 2 times. You marry somebody, doesn't work out. You separate, then divorce, and that person has a green card, living in America somewhere, no problem. You get a second chance. You can marry another foreign spouse, but you only get 2 times. There's only 2 times you can do it. So you would be called a multiple filer. Okay, it's called a multiple filer. So when you apply for your second K-1 visa, on the notice of action letter 1 and notice of action letter 2, it will say you are a multiple filer. That means you cannot file for any. If it doesn't work out the second time, you're done. That's it. You get a second chance. But you got to remember this. If the person you married and then divorced is living in the United States on a green card, whether they remarry somebody else or not, you are still responsible for them until they become either a U.S. citizen or they've got 10 years of work under their belt working for somebody, working for a company or a corporation or they start a business. They got to work for at least 10 years And you are still financially responsible for that person that you divorced. Let's suppose you get married and you divorce somebody after 5 years, they got their 10-year green card, they go live in a different state. You say, okay, ciao, have a nice life. And then you meet somebody else in another country and you file for a second K1 visa. You can do that. It's no problem. But you're still financially responsible for that other person. So you got to include them in your household size when you apply for the green card for the second time. Unless that person has become a U.S. citizen or has left the country, returned back to his or her home country, or has been working for 10 years. Do you understand what I just said? Kejali Dabo, you can do it. If you obtain your 10-year green card, you get divorced, can you file for another spouse? Yes, you can. The Mountain Nomads. Hey, Diego, congratulations. Karina, right here. This Karina's green card. Was it this one? Was that your work? That's your work permit. She did good, right? She made it through the process. Karina was patient. Patience, because you're all waiting and waiting and waiting. We know that. Francois, so now got to sign up on SEAC, DS-160, pay visa fee, and start the search for an open interview. You got to wait. Yeah, that's correct. Francois, you got it. Man, you're top of the class today. You're top of the class. Okay? You're an A+ student. You got to get an account and go into SEAC, which is the Consular Electronic Application Center. That's what SEAC stands for. SEAC is Consular Electronic Application Center. And what that is the State Department's website where you go in and then Francois, you're going to go into the SEAC. You're going to look for Abu Dhabi. Okay, well, you're going to look for the country, the United Arab Emirates. And then you come into UAE and then you go in and then you click on there, pay the visa fee, $265, schedule the biometrics and schedule the visa interview and submit the DS-160. If you, Francois, submit the DS-160 on behalf of your beneficiary, you must say that you helped fill out the DS-160 because you are the sponsor, you're not the beneficiary. The DS-160 is all about the beneficiary. Where has he lived? What education does he have? Blah, blah, blah. The DS-160 is normally, I know I filled out Karina's DS-160 because it's in English. She can't read English. She can't. She couldn't. So I filled it out. I'm asking questions on the phone. Karina's in Colombia. I'm here in Florida. I say, hey, Karina, what's the address where you work at? And then she tells me and I write it down. I filled out the DS-160 for her and I put on here my name as the person that helped fill it out. Then I printed the confirmation page and then jumped on a plane and flew to Bogota with all the other financial documents. Estelle Lemagum, huge thanks, Diego. No problem, Estelle. You're just go back, Estelle. Go back to that freaking CHP office, the California Highway Patrol. Say, hey, please write a letter and say you couldn't find my case. It's been deleted. You've deleted it from your files. Mountain Dew salute, by the way. It doesn't have to be a story, just a paragraph saying that they lost it or it's been deleted or whatever. And then include that with your disposition. And then you're good. Francois, got a question. Question number 2, I went to sign up for SEAC, so I signed up under my name or my fiance's. Under your name, Francois, you're going to do this. You're in charge. You're in charge. You're the boss. You're controlling the process. So it's going to be under your name, your email address. And there's an ad going. YouTube's running a commercial. So I'll repeat it here in case you didn't hear what I said. Francois, me again. I asked my fiance to request this birth certificate from Morocco now. That's good. Very good. Was I correct to do that? Yes, you were. 100% correct, Francois. I did it without asking you first. No, you're good. You did it. You did the right thing. Because you knew I already told you in the past on another live stream. I already mentioned that to you. So you knew what to do. You're an A+ student in Diego's immigration class, right? You got it. Kristen Emil, she got the 2-year green card. That's right here. This is Karina's 2-year green card. Now, what are we doing now? Well, we are preparing for her 10-year green card. The 2-year green cards were all well and good, and it expires in June of 2026. Okay? So in March of 2026, we're going to submit to lift a paperwork to lift the conditions off of her 2-year green card into a 10-year green card. So I went to Office Depot with Karina, and right here, we have already started collecting the evidence and putting the paperwork together for the 10-year green card, in which we will apply for in March of 2026. Okay, Diego, it's 2024. What the heck? What the heck? Why are you planning this evidence now? It's like 2 years away. No, it's not. It's going to go by quick. In March of 2026, I'm not going to be scrambling and looking for evidence of our relationship over the past 2 years. So for the next 2 years, minus 3 months, okay, when we do something together, we go to an event with family and friends, we'll get a picture together. I'll put it on the printer, print it, and then I'm going to put it in our 10-year green card binder. So by the time we get to the 10-year green card, lifting conditions off of this 2-year green card to the 10-year green card, we're going to have a stack of evidence already collected. I'm not going to have to be scrambling. All I'm going to do is fill out the paperwork and put it in here and send it off. You understand what I'm saying? So what has to go in here? What goes in here? What goes in the 10-year green card application? The marriage certificate, certified copies of divorce decrees, photos of your relationship going back to when you first met each other. So we're going to have pictures in here from 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026. Those are going to go in this folder. Okay? Tax returns filed jointly together are going to go in this folder. The copy of the marriage certificate, I already mentioned that. But bills, she's on the trash bill, the water bill, the electric bill. When the bills come in, right? When the bills come in, like right here, this is the trash bill. Okay, her name's on the trash. Karina's name is on the trash bill. That's going to go in this 10-year green card application. You take a picture of her. I'll take a picture of her 2-year green card, blow it up nice and big in color, the front and back. That goes in the application for the 10-year green card. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? Especially Priyanka. Priyanka, listen. You're going to get your 2-year green card here very soon. You got to start collecting evidence and preparing for your 10-year green card. Like this week. Go to Office Depot, get a binder, get document protectors, and start putting your 10-year green card package together. Plan 2 years in advance. That way you're not going to be scrambling in 2 years from now. The Mountain Nomads. How long does it take for the NVC to receive the petition from USCIS? It's been 14 days since we received the NOA2 approval. 2 to 3 months. The Mountain Nomads, it's going to take 2, maybe 1. The shortest I've seen is 1 month, but the average is 2 to 3 months. So you got your NOA2 letter. So now you're going to wait about 6, 8, 10 weeks, somewhere in there, and you'll get your MVC welcome letter. Chris and Emil, thanks. No problem. No worries. Francois, you sure did tell me to wait until I hear from the embassy before asking for the birth certificate. Yeah, I did. And what did you do? You waited until you heard from the embassy. And what did you do? You contacted your fiance and said, hey, get your birth certificate. Right? You're a student. Francois Livingston, patience. The Mountain Nomads, in my case, it only took 2 weeks from the MVC to the embassy in Abu Dhabi. Yeah, it took 2 weeks. So Abu Dhabi right now is not busy. They don't have a whole bunch of stuff going on in United Arab Emirates. So it was a little quicker. But the Mountain Nomads, I forget which country. What country are we talking about? Which country are we talking about for your K1 visa application? Tell me the country. It'll make it easier for me to help you. I'll give you a better time frame on how long it's going to take for your MVC welcome letter. Morocco. Francois Livingston. Yeah, you're a benefit. I'm in Morocco too. Okay, so the Mountain Nomads is in Morocco. Okay, so it's going to be probably 4 to 6 weeks, I would say. 4 to 6 weeks, 8 weeks at the most. All right? Just be patient. What's the secret to the K1 visa process? What is the secret? Patience, right? Today, Karina, she opens up her mail and there's our green card. Why didn't we have to go to a second visa interview? Why didn't we do that? Because I submitted a stack of evidence this thick for Karina's green card application on February 29th of 2024. We left Bogota, Colombia, January 3rd. We flew from Bogota to Miami. I rented an SUV, drove here. We got married January 14th. Okay. We spent the next four to 5 weeks putting together her green card application. We mailed it in on February 29th. And today, she got her green card. So from February 29th to July 3rd. So what's that? February 29th. So basically March, April, May, June, and then July, 3 days in July. How many days is that? How many days? Let's see here. How long did it take? So we got March, April, May, June, July. It took 125 days from when we mailed the green card application to when she got the green card in her hand. 125 days, which is 4 months. The average is The average is like 5 to 6 months. Francois Livingston, congratulations, Karina. Yeah, Karina is like, now she's got her 2-year green card. We're like, what? So she's like, what else we got to do? What else we got to do? What else? We got to keep collecting evidence for her 10-year green card. And in March of 2026, we're going to apply for her 10-year green card. And then she'll get her 10-year green card. And then a year after that, when she's been here for 3 years, from the issue date of her green card is June of 2024. So 24 to 5. So in June of 2027, June and July of 2027, we're going to apply for U.S. citizenship. The only thing Karina has to do is get a handle on English, aprende inglés. And she'll be all right. She got plenty of time. She got 3 years to learn English. Now she has her green card on August 1st. She's going to take her test for her driver's license. August 1st. So she's got 4 weeks to study. Okay. Rich Spice Jr. Hey guys, congrats Karina. Update, my Colombian fiance is now waiting on the visa packet to be sent to her. It is hard to know when it will arrive. I cannot plan. You're waiting on the visa packet to be sent to her. I don't understand. What do you mean you're waiting on the visa packet to be sent to her? Where is she at in Colombia? It's hard to plan. It's hard to know when it will arrive. I cannot plan. So basically what you're telling me is it's in transit. Rich Spice Jr., what you're telling me is your K1 visa package is in transit. She lives in Cali, the birthplace of salsa. Well, New York's the birthplace. Cali's where salsa dancing is. I got you. I understand. So is it in transit? Give it 2 to 3 weeks. Okay? Give it 2 to 3 weeks if it's in transit. Is that the status? Let me see. The Mountain Nomads, we received our approval after a month and 20 days. Like, that's so enough to be so grateful. That's right. That's right. When we thought we would hear back after 12 months after submitting the application. So you're already ahead of the game. So you're good. Don't worry. You're good. Rich Cuts. Hello, my friend. Took a flight to Colombia, but he lost his green card. But he got his passport. And we stay in the United States. He's also Dominican. You think he can still travel with just the passport? Listen, you got to go to the United States Embassy. Where did you lose the green card? Where you live in America. Okay, so you live in the United States on a green card. He lost the green card. Where? Where did he lose the green card? In Colombia or where? If he lost his green card, you cannot enter the United States without a green card. You will be denied entry in the United States if you don't have your green card. You got your passport from Colombian passport. That's great. But if you don't have your green card, you're done. So how do you fix it? You got to go to the U.S. Embassy in Bogota, Colombia. If you lost the Rich Coates, United States. Hello, we booked a flight to Colombia, but he lost his green card. You cannot leave the United States without a green card. If you leave the United States, so you're in the United States, you lost your green card. If you've lost your green card, you got to apply for a new one. Okay? If you've booked a flight, you need to cancel it because you cannot leave America. And he is also Dominican. So he's from the Dominican Republic, living in the United States on a green card. You want to go to Colombia, you ain't going anywhere. You got to contact immigration and get a replacement green card. Listen to me. You can't leave the United States without a green card. You're going to be denied re-entry. Bud Garcia, hello, Diego and Karina from Washington State. What's going on, Bud? What the heck is going on with Larry Piercy? We haven't heard a peep out of Larry. Normally, he jumps on the channel, he throws some hand grenades in here, and then he kicks back and watches what goes on. Where's he at? I'm pretty sure his fiancée got her visa approved. She got her visa approved in Bangkok, Thailand. I'm pretty sure. Francois Livingston, Diego, I'm waiting for my new passport. Okay, that's good. Should I worry? I have made several copies of my previous passport, including the visa stamp pages from when I went to Abu Dhabi. No, it doesn't take long to get a new passport. You're good. Don't worry, Francois. Don't worry. You're good. But good idea that you made copies of the visa stamps because you're going to need those visa stamps that you took copies, that you took photos of with your cell phone or made copies on a copy machine, blown up nice and big. You're going to include those in the green card application as proof of traveling to Abu Dhabi, plus the second trip when you make this next trip. Rich Coots, yeah. If you're in the United States, you've lost your green card, you got to apply. You contact USCIS and say, I lost my green card. It ain't going to be free. You're going to have to pay for a new green card. Okay? They like making money. They do. Get a new green card and then travel. If you've booked a flight, then cancel it. Or look harder for the green card. Look, where is it at? Did it fall down in the seat in your car? Did it fall under your bed? Is it stuffed somewhere? Did you leave it in your pockets and then throw it in the laundry? Check for it. Look everywhere for it. Rich Spice Jr. Okay, 2 to 3 weeks. This is week 2. Yeah, so probably next week and the next 2 weeks maximum. Bud Garcia, how long does the passport stay at the embassy? Because my fiance's passport is still at the embassy. About 14 days in Bangkok, Thailand. Bud Garcia, Larry is sick and his fiancée passed the interview because the embassy kept her passport. Okay, so we're going to give Larry Piercy a Mountain Dew salute because he's going to need me to fill out his green card paperwork. And Larry got sick. What was he? How did he get sick? Was he eating lots of Thai food? Thai food doesn't make you sick. Thai food kills all the bacteria in your gut. It doesn't make you sick. So how the heck did he get sick? Was he kissing elephants? I bet he was kissing elephants. You know Larry, right? But yeah, they kept her passport. Okay, so they kept her passport after the visa interview for Larry's fiance. They took her passport. Now they're processing her K1 visa. Bud Garcia, he did not say. He just said he's sick. Tell Larry when you talk to him on the phone from Diego. Tell him to quit kissing freaking elephants. Okay. Anita Yawo, we received an email yesterday that said the NBC sent our packet to the embassy. What embassy? And that the embassy provided our interview date, but we didn't receive a date. Please, what does it mean? Anita, what country? Help me out. I don't know which country you're talking about. How do we get the interview date? We filed and submitted the DS-160 today. Where are you? Please help me. First, tell me the country, and then I'll help you. Bud Garcia, I just got off the phone with Larry. Okay, good. And Anita, how do we get the interview date? You have to schedule it. How do we submit? Okay, so you submitted the DS-160. Did you print the confirmation page of the DS-160? You got to have the confirmation page that you submitted the DS-160. You paid the $265. You submitted the DS-160. Print the confirmation page. That has to go with the beneficiary to the biometrics. But guys, when you ask me questions and you want me to solve a problem, tell me what country we're dealing with. Rich Spice Jr., perfect. Then I can fly down to Cali and fly my fiance and 3 kids back here to the United States. Any tips for flying 5 people back from Colombia? Yeah, buy 5 seats. Buy 5 plane tickets. Pack lots of stuff. You're going to have lots. Get ready for lots of luggage. And if you're going to have 5 people with lots of luggage, you need to get to the airport like 5 hours before your flight leaves. So you get to the check-in early. Okay? Get to the check-in gate early. So you can check all your freaking bags, because you're going to be checking enough luggage for half of Bogota. Right? I'm kidding. Get to El Dorado Airport in Bogota very early, and get all your bags checked early. That's what I would do. Anita Yawo, Lome, Togo. Okay, you fill out the DS-160. You go into the SIAC account. You look for Togo in the U.S. travel docs. You go into Togo in U.S. travel docs, and then you schedule the visa interview. You schedule the biometrics. Now, I don't know about Togo. Isn't that a little? Where is Togo? Is that an island? Isn't Togo a little island? Remind me, where is it? What is it? Is it a big island, a little island? Because if it's Togo, if it is what I think it is, I don't know. I don't know if they have an embassy there. Please, the country is Togo. Anita, I'm trying to help you. Where is Togo? Is it an island in the Pacific? I'm going to help you, Anita. I'm going to get you through this. I'm going to get you through this. But I think Togo is an island. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me exactly where is Togo. Ahmed Shalabi, as a veteran, do you pay the same fee for green card and work permit? Yes, you do. That's right. So Togo's in West Africa. That's right. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into U.S. travel docs via a SIAC account, and you're going to look for Togo. You go into you look for Togo, click on Togo. It's going to take you to a website where you pay the visa fee and schedule the biometrics and schedule the visa interview. That's how you do that. Why did I think Togo was an island? I'm thinking of another country. Yeah, you have to go into travel docs and schedule the visa interview. Ahmed Shalabi, as a veteran, do you pay the same fees for green card? Yes. I'm a 20-year Navy veteran. I paid the same as everybody else. Francois, Diego, the confirmation page for the DS-160. Can I email it to my fiance, or does it have to be mailed? There's on the DS-160. There's a barcode. There's a barcode at the bottom. But you can email it. Yes, you can send it as a PDF. Francois, Togo is in West Africa. I didn't know that. I thought I knew where every country was, pretty much. Jin. Hi, Mr. Diego. Jin, what's going on? I've learned today that Togo's in West Africa. Togo has a U.S. embassy. They have a consulate. Okay? Anita, you need to go into U.S. travel docs, look for Togo, click on Togo, and then pay the visa fee, and then schedule the visa interview and the biometrics. The embassy doesn't schedule it unless you're on a spousal visa. If you are in a IR1, CR1 spousal visa, then the MVC schedules the interview in Togo. But if you're in a K1 visa, unless you're in Mexico, the embassy doesn't do anything. You have to do it. Jin, good news. Actually got great news. Got the notice that employment authorization has been cleared. Waiting now for the EAD card. Congratulations, Jin. Now you're going to get your work permit. Then you can get off your butt and get to work, right? Good job. Congratulations. So we got people getting their green cards. We got people getting their work permits. We got folks getting their NOA2 letters. We get folks getting their MVC welcome letters and their packet 3, packet 4 emails. We got a lot of stuff going on. Jin submitted the employment authorization on the 31st of May. Wow, they are really pushing things through. Thanks for everything. I now just need to complete the RFE for the affidavit of support. Yeah, get that done. You're good to go. If you need help with that RFE, let me know and I'll help you, okay? I'll tell you how to process it. Ahmed Shalabi, how long should you apply for the green card and work permit after arriving? And what support documents is good to send with the packet? Well, here's what Karina and I did. And I've made videos on how to apply for a green card. I've made videos on how to apply for a green card. But here's what Karina and I did. We landed in America January 3rd from Colombia. We got married January 14th, and we applied for the green card on February 29th. So it's about 58 days, somewhere in there. In those 58 days, from January 14th to February 29th, we put together a fantastic green card application in a binder just like this one. In that green card application was the form I-94. It was it was our marriage certificate showing we got married. It was a blown up photocopy of Karina's biographic page of her passport. It was a blown up photocopy of my passport, U.S. passport. We had pictures of 4 years together in our relationship. We had pictures going back to 2021, plus wedding pictures and honeymoons. We haven't had our honeymoon yet, but wedding pictures. The I-94, my tax return. My last year, I filed my 2023 taxes. I put my 2023 tax return in there. I couldn't get a 1099, I got my 1099s. I couldn't get a tax transcript because the IRS hadn't created one by then. Let me see what else went in here. I put Karina on the banks. She's a joint account holder on the bank. So we waited for 58 days. In those 58 days, bank statements came in with her name on it, Karina's name on it, and my name. Karina is a joint bank holder. We got her a credit card. We got her a debit card. We made a picture of her credit card with my credit card. We whited out the number, the credit card number. That's private. But I got a picture and put it on a piece of paper like this of Karina's credit card and my credit card, kind of like this. There's my credit card right here, and then there's Karina's credit card right here. And we made a copy of it. Okay, that went in her green card application. We got a BJ's club membership, warehouse club membership. Karina's name, my name. We put the pictures together, the club cards together, took a picture of it. She's on the water bill, the electric bill, the trash bill, all the services, all the bills. When the bills came in, the trash bill comes in. There's Karina's name, there's my name. That went in the green card application. I put her on the title to the car, so it's Karina and I a car. We're joint owners of the car. That went into the green card application, etc., etc., etc. It took 58 days to put all that stuff together. Okay. So Ahmed, how long should you apply for the green card? I would say wait 5 or 6 weeks, and then apply. It takes at least 5 or 6 weeks to put together a fantastic green card application. Francois, Diego, have you heard from Adriana? No, not a peep. She and I were on the same path, wondering if she got email from the embassy. I haven't heard from Adriana. No, nothing. Fazak, you was thinking of Tonga. That's an island in the Pacific Ocean. Fazak, that's a Mountain Dew salute. I thought I was losing my mind. I'm like, man, I thought Tonga was an island in the Pacific. It's Tonga. Mountain Dew salute. You saved me from a headache because I'm thinking, man, I know there's an island in the Pacific called Tonga, but it's Tonga. Thank you, Fazak. Anita Yawo, I was confused because the email said NBC provided your interview date, but we didn't get a date. No, you got to schedule it. Please, can the fees be paid at the interview or has to be paid online before scheduling the interview? You go into the SEAC. Go into SEAC. Go to US Travel and look for Tongo, not Tonga. Look for Tongo. Click on Tongo, and they tell you how to do it. Anita, it's not difficult. Listen, I'm going to help you. You got a SEAC account. Go in there. In that email that you got, it explains to you how to go into the SEAC account, right? Go into SEAC, click on Tongo, pay the visa fee, schedule the appointment, schedule the biometrics, submit the DS-160, although I think you said you already did. Okay? It's not difficult. It's just confusing. Like you said, you're confused. I'm trying to unconfuse you. Please, what exactly should we do after submitting the DS-160? Print the confirmation page of the DS-160. Thank you. Sorry for too many questions. No, listen. That's why we're here. We are here, guys, for you. This is your channel. Okay? It's your YouTube channel. You ask me all the questions you want. I'm going to answer them for you. And then somebody asked me on the last live stream, how much does it cost to lift the conditions from a 2-year to a 10-year green card? And it's $750. But I don't know if that person's watching right now. So Anita, go into SEAC, click on Togo. Then Togo is going to take you to the embassy website, and then it's going to give you directions on how to process the visa interview. In fact, if you get totally confused and if you can't figure it out, I will tomorrow look on Togo. I will look into it for you and see what I can find out what the process is. But it's not difficult. Francois, one more question. Lieutenant Colombo, for the green card, you stated in previous chats that you sent pics of the two of you. Yeah, we sent pics of the two of us. We sent pics of us with family. We sent pics of us with friends. We submitted about 30, I can't remember, like 40 pictures, 20 pictures of the wedding, 30 pictures, 50 pictures. We sent pictures of family and friends. We had lunch in Bogota, Colombia with her brother, with Karina's brother, Karina's nephews and nieces, and her brother's wife, Andrea, and Karina and I, okay? We had lunch in this restaurant, and I got a picture of all of us having lunch in Bogota. I think it was in this, yeah, right, and her cousins and everybody. That picture, identifying all the people in the picture and the date and the location went in the green card application, plus pictures of us together. We submitted maybe 4 pictures of us together, but the majority of the pictures were with family and friends. Immigration couldn't care less about selfies, guys. You need to submit a few, but they're looking for pictures with family and friends. That's what they're looking for. They want to see that this relationship is real and that you're meeting family. I met all of Karina's friends pretty much, except for the ones in Venezuela. I haven't met her friends in Venezuela because I can't go to Venezuela, obviously. But I met her friends in Colombia. I mean, we had a going away lunch with her friends in a restaurant her brother was the manager of in Bogota, right? And we had chicken, pollo, and papas fritas. We had a fantastic going away lunch with Karina and all of her friends. I got a picture with Karina and myself and all these women and put that in the green card application. Let me see. So, Francois, your question is for the green card. You stated in previous chats that you sent pics of the two of you. Yeah, the two of us and pics of us and with our family and with our friends. Francois, do you send text messages from during our relationship? Yes, you do. Phone logs, yes. Video chats, yes. This process doesn't end until you become a U.S. citizen, Miss Beneficiary, Mr. Beneficiary. When you become an American citizen, you get a U.S. passport, and then it's over. All this nightmare is over. But Francois, you are still in contact with your future husband in UAE. You got to keep printing the screenshots because you're going to include those conversations in your green card application. Okay? But the lucky thing with us was that Karina and I were living together in Bogota. So we didn't have to use screenshots or any phone logs because we lived together. So I wrote an affidavit in the K1 visa application, in the K1 visa application, in the green card application, that we were living together in Bogota, so there's no need for me to print screenshots because we're right there together and we're talking to each other in the apartment. So it's not me talking on my phone to Karina in the living room. Karina's in the living room, I'm in the kitchen. Hola Karina, ¿cómo está? And Karina, oh, muy bien. And then, no. So I wrote a letter explaining that we were together, living together. So how did I prove that we were living together? Well, my name is on the rent receipts. I got copies of my credit card receipts, buying food at the supermarket. We went to the museums. We went to the planetarium in Bogota. We went to the museum of the National Museum of Colombia. We went to we went to Chahuachi. And I'm printing all of my credit card receipts saying, look, guys, we were living together, and these are the places we went. We went to Villa de Leyva. We went to Cucata, Cartagena, Chahuachi. Okay? That's the evidence of us together in Colombia. So I didn't need all these chats. Okay? But I did submit a lot of, over 1,000 chats when I was in the United States. When Karina was in Colombia and I was in the United States, then I was printing lots and lots and lots of the chats because we were separated. You got to keep, Francois, you got to keep the chat logs. You got to keep screenshotting them. Ahmed, is it going to be different if we have a new joint bank account together or put the spouse to the old bank account? As long as you're on the same bank account, it doesn't matter if it's a new one or an old one. Ahmed, it doesn't matter. Immigration don't care if you get a new bank account, just as long as you guys are joint owners of it. That's what they're looking for. Francois, Anita, my letter said the same thing, but I waited till I heard from the embassy, just like Diego told me to do. Francois, top of the class student. Michael Lang, Diego and Karina, congratulations on receiving the green card. Michael Lang, let's give Karina a Mountain Dew salute. Let's do, Karina, you get a Mountain Dew salute. Me more. Oh, yeah. Francois, so you got to keep sending copies of everything till the citizenship phase. You got to keep collecting. You don't have to keep sending. You have to, when you apply for the 2-year green card, okay, include your chat logs from when you were separated from each other. Karina and I were together, so I had to prove that we were together. So I didn't include chat logs because we were together in Colombia. So how did I prove we were together? Credit card receipts from dinner dates, going places, bus receipts from bus trips. We took a bus trip from northern Colombia on the border of Venezuela all the way to Bogota. We took a 15-hour bus trip, and I got sick as a dog, and so did Karina, because it's mountains. But it was fun. I included those bus receipts, the tickets in the application. Because we were together, I didn't put chat logs. I put, well, we took a 15-hour bus ride together. We stayed at this hotel. We were at a hotel in Cartagena. We stayed at the hotel in Cucata, in Villa de Leyva. Let me see here. Diego, to confirm the poverty line, we need to look at the one that says 125%. Yes. Think for 2 people household, it's about 27K. I haven't made this yet, but I expect to exceed it by the end of the year. Okay, hold on a second. I'll tell you how much. Listen, let's talk about finances real quick. Okay. When you are going for your K1 visa interview, you only have to make 100% of the minimum income requirements, right? To survive the visa interview at the embassy, the scary visa interview, right? The scary visa interview. You got to be at 100%, okay? Minimum income. But what you really want to be at is 125% minimum income for the K1 visa interview. So you don't have to be scrambling looking for a joint sponsor if you don't make 125% when you get to the United States. Okay? If you don't make $4,000 above 125% of the minimum income requirements, you need to get a joint sponsor. Now, if you are a family of 2 coming to the United States, to qualify for the green card, the minimum income you got to make is $25,550 a year. But what you really want to make is $30,000 a year plus. If you make $30,000 a year plus, you should be fine, and you shouldn't get an RFE for a joint sponsor for a family of 2, which is you and the beneficiary. Okay, listen to me. So Jen, you want to make at least 30 grand a year for a family of 2. If you don't make $30,000 a year plus, my recommendation is get a freaking joint sponsor right away, okay? And get that person to fill out the I-134 and also the affidavit of support, the I-864. Jen, I should be fine, right? Immigration will see that income will meet or exceed the minimum. You don't want to meet the minimum. You want to exceed it by at least $4,000 to $5,000. If you can't exceed the minimum income threshold by $4,000 to $5,000, get a joint sponsor. Start looking. Okay? The minimum income for a family two, as of now in 2024, is $25,550 a year. If you make $25,550 a year, that's the minimum. Immigration, more than likely, if that's what you make, they're going to tell you we need a joint sponsor because you're right on the threshold. I will meet the 30,000, maybe over. There you go, Jim. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Let me see. Francois, I was referring to when my fiance and I get married. Do I need to send copies from before the marriage? Sorry, but I wasn't clear. No. You can if you want. I mean, it's just evidence for your relationship. You can include some, sure, if you want to. What I included was, pictures of us together going back 4 years and receipts, That's what I did. I didn't have any chat logs because we were living together. I put in her green card application the last, say, 6 or 8 months of rent receipts because my name was on the apartment in Bogota. It was Karina's name and my name. That's how we worked it. Francois! Congratulations, Karina, on getting your green card. Thank you for that super chat, Francois. A Mountain Dew salute for that fantastic super chat. We appreciate you, Francois. Let me see. Francois, let me go back to what I was saying here. Go ahead. I would include some of those chats. Yes, include them. The more evidence you put in your green card package, the easier it is to get the green card without a second interview. You don't want to go for a second interview, right? You want to just get the green card in the mail. Just like Karina, like she got her green card in the mail today, July 3rd, 2024. Why did she get her green card in the mail? Why didn't we have to go to another freaking interview? Because I put together and Karina put together a green card application that had so much evidence in it of us living together and commingling funds and everything else. She has a BJ's warehouse club card. I got one. She's got a credit card. She's got a debit card. You know what I'm saying? She's on the bank account. She's on the title to the car. She's got medical insurance. I show proof of her medical insurance. She's got a military spouse ID, which means she can go on base and shop at the commissary. All that stuff went in the application. If you put together if all you send in your green card application is the marriage certificate, the I-94 and copies of passports and a few pictures, and the 485, the 864, and the 693 forms, you're going to get either an RFE or a denial, or they're going to do a Stokes interview. They're going to put you in separate rooms and interview you. You don't want that, right? Michelle Lang, my wife Joe and I are still waiting on hers. We filed for her green card in November. She did her fingerprints in January. She received an email on June the 6th from USCIS stating they have taken action on the case. Okay, so it's about done. But her account only shows the last action was January. You should have received it already by now. What country is she from, Michael? Remind me of the country. Ahmed, how do you guys have both names on every bill? Well, I called the water company up and said, hey, I need to put my wife's name on the water bill. And I wrote a letter. I backed it up with a letter. So I wrote a letter on this computer and said, dear water company, please add my wife to the water bill. Signed it myself, dated it, put my address and my account number for the water bill, mailed it, and then the next bill that came in, Karina's name was on the bill. I sent an email to the trash company because they do everything by email. I said, hey, guys, I want you to put my wife's name on the trash bill. Her name is Karina Ross. So they put her. They sent me an email back with showing her name, but they spelled her name wrong. Okay, they couldn't even spell her freaking name right. So I said, no, that's not how you spell a name. So then they sent it back corrected, and they spelt my name wrong. I said, guys, what is your freaking problem? First you get my wife's name wrong. Now you can't even get my name right. So then they sent me back another email saying, and it was correct. Karina and my name were on the trash bill. What else? Trash bill, water bill, sewage bill, and there's other bills too. I can't remember. But I wrote a letter and an email. That's how I did it. And then boom, there she is. Let me see. Michael Lang, any idea what that means? Should we anticipate an interview soon or the green card without an interview? You should have got the green card already. But if they've taken action on your case, that means it's in process. So you should be hearing from them very soon. I don't know why it's taking so long. What country? Anita, please, should the U.S. citizen apply and get her passport as proof before the interview? I haven't applied yet. Anita, should the U.S. citizen apply and get her passport as proof? Or proof of what? That she's an American? You got to have you can prove U.S. citizenship several ways. You can prove U.S. citizenship with the biographic page of the passport, a naturalization certificate, a birth certificate, or a citizenship certificate. If you were born overseas, let's suppose you were born in Panama, in the Panama Canal zone, back in the day, you became a citizen, okay, because it was U.S. territory apparently. But you can prove U.S. citizenship. You don't have to have a passport to prove U.S. citizenship. You can have your birth certificate, okay? But your American citizen sponsor needs to get a freaking U.S. passport so they can come to to wherever you live and bring you back to accompany you back to USA. Jen, perfect. Thanks for the financial information. I will make the 30,000 over. Thank you, Mr. Diego. No problem. And Francois, thank you for that super chat. We appreciate you, Francois. Francois Livingston, I appreciate all your help and guidance. Francois, you're at the finish line. You know in the Formula One in those Formula One race cars, and you see the checkered flag flying, waving like this. You're looking down the racetrack, and you can see the person with the checkered flag right now. Anita Yawo, I found a joint sponsor who's single and made 80,000 plus last year, but the sponsor this year is not working that much this year. I am working and can get an employment certificate from work. You can get all the employment certificates you want, but you got to make at least 30 grand a year to qualify for a family of two for a green card. At least 30,000. Even though immigration says you got to make 25,550. Okay, that's the cutoff. Make at least 30 grand a year. Okay, immigration couldn't care less about employment certificates. They want to see tax returns. They want to see 1040s, W-2s, 1099s, tax transcripts. That's what they want to see. Janny Brielle, congratulations, Karina. Anita, will that be enough? Yes, $80,000 is more than enough. Okay, to sponsor somebody. Francois Livingston, by the way, you two are picture perfect in your matching fedoras. Francois gusta the sombrero, the sombreros. Sombrero or go? Michael, she's from the Philippines. Okay, I gotcha. Francois, thank you, Francois. So, Michael, your pronoted is from the Philippines. Ahmed, bank account, bills, health insurance, pictures together. Is there anything that I can add to the file? Get her a library card. Get her a Sam's Club card. Get you a Sam's Club card. Get a BJ's Warehouse Club card. Let me think here. Get her on all the bills. You said the bills, health insurance. Get her on the health insurance. Put her on the title to your car. Put her on the deed to your house. The lease agreement to your apartment or your townhouse. If you live in an RV, that's great. No problem. Put her on the title to the RV. You got to prove you guys living together. Okay? Karina's name's on the deed to the house. There's a lot of things that you can put into a green card application to prove cohabitation. Okay? you probably can't get a driver's license till you get the green card. In most states, you can't. Okay, you got to have the green card and the social security number to get a driver's license. Because if you know, that would be a great. But when Karina applies for her 10-year green card, she's going to have her driver's license by then. So I'm going to take a picture of my driver's license and a picture of Karina's driver's license side by side on a piece of white paper, and that goes in her 10-year green card application. Does the country of origin matter as to the timeline to receive the green card? No, it's irrelevant. Once you get to the United States, it doesn't matter what country you came from. You've already made it through the screening process. Kajali Dabo. Hello, dear. Hello. How was your day? We are good. Karina got a green card in the mail. We then took off and we had this big celebration breakfast thanks to you guys' super chats. And then we went to the Social Security office, got her status changed from work permit to legal permanent resident. She's going to get her new Social Security card in the mail in the next 5 or 6 days, with all that Homeland Security stuff gone away from her current Social Security card. Everything's good. What I'm saying is I obtained my 10-year green card through marriage. Okay. And I get divorced. That's okay. Can I file for another spouse outside from the U.S. with the same green card? If you got, so let me see. So you got a 10-year green card. In order to apply, and you got a divorce. So you live in the United States of America with a green card. Okay, but you're divorced from your American citizen husband. That's okay. Stuff happens, right? Can I file for another spouse outside from the U.S. with the same green card? No. You have to be an American citizen to apply for a K-1 visa. Only a U.S. citizen can qualify for a K-1 visa. Now, you can go to that country of origin and get married and come back and apply for a spousal visa as a green card holder, but you cannot apply for a K-1 visa. You got to be a U.S. citizen. And I'll repeat it because I think YouTube is running a commercial here. I don't know if you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, let me know. Or you're in a commercial right now. I don't know. Ahmed, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what card. Ahmed, I didn't hear what card. What card? What do you mean, what card? Oh, Sam's Club. Sam's Club. Get a Sam. I'll write it right here. Get a Sam's Club card. All right, here. Go join Sam's Club. Once you get to the United States and you haven't filed for your green card yet, go get a Sam's Club card with your beneficiary. Put her on a Sam's Club card with you, or BJ's, BJ's Club. Or go get a TJ Maxx card, or whatever. Or go get a Michael's card. Or go get a library card. Costco or Costco. Go get those. Put your beneficiary's name on all that and include it in the green card application. Right? Michael, maybe we could call USCIS and inquire them as to status. You should have already got, I don't know what's going on. You should have already received the green card. If she's from the Philippines, I mean, you should have got the green card already. I don't understand. I wouldn't call USCIS. I would send them an email, write them a letter. Put it. You need to have it in writing. Phone calls are not evidence. Email inquiries are evidence. So Kajali Dabo, you married an American citizen, right? You got a 10-year green card. You got a divorce, and now you want to file and marry somebody else, a spouse. You can file for a spouse. If you married somebody else in a foreign country, you can apply for that person to get a spousal visa with a green card. But you cannot apply for a K-1 visa. You don't qualify. A green card holder can go marry somebody in another country, come back to the United States, and apply for a spousal visa. but you cannot apply for a K1 visa. Jennifer Cesado, Jennifer from Colombia. Hi guys, I'm so happy for you too. My husband and I finally sent the adjustment of status yesterday. Jennifer, now let me tell you about Jennifer, right? Jennifer's been watching the channel for a long time. She lives in Colombia. Well, she used to live in Colombia. And we bumped into Jennifer at the medical exam. Karina went to get her medical exam in Bogota on the 9th floor, okay, of the doctor's office. And there was Jennifer. And then we met Jennifer also when we were walking around. We were at the bus station in Bogota. I mean, Bogota is a massive place. It's a huge place. And then I heard this lady screaming, Diego, Diego. And I'm like, what the heck? Who knows me here? I don't know anybody here. And I'm like, man, who knows me in Colombia? I could, and it was Jennifer. She's beautiful, Jennifer, right? And she's waving, hey, Diego, Diego. I'm like, Karina, I don't know who this lady is. And Karina's like, no. Karina's like, no, that's Jennifer. I said, oh, okay. So we bumped into each other. We bumped into Jennifer twice in Colombia. Once at the medical exam, and then the second time was at the bus station with the Transmillennium. So we remember Jennifer. Yes, I love you guys. But we love you too, Jennifer. And we're glad you filed for your green card finally. Woo! We're glad to hear that. That's good news. So we bumped into Jennifer twice in Colombia. I mean, how can you pinpoint that? How big is Colombia? How big is Bogota? In Bogota, how many people live in Bogota? What, 10 million people? So good job, Jennifer. Congratulations. Fazak. So if you are ever in my area, you are welcome to stay at my home instead of paying for a hotel. Fazak. Mountain Dew salute. Thank you, Fazak. Francois Livingston, Diego, not sure when my fiance will get his birth certificate in his hands. When looking for an appointment, how far do you think I should look for one? I still have to send him so much. Get the one as far into the future as you can because you're waiting for documents. Mountain Dew salute to Fazak. Get one out there in the future, Francois, because you know now everything's done. You've got approved. You got through all those loopholes. You went around all those. You waded through those marshes. You pulled all those knives out of you, right, from immigration. Now you've got everything approved. My recommendation is you're waiting on birth certificate from Morocco and other documents. I would get the one that's furthest out. Fazak. Thanks, Francois. Fazak, I see with the super chats you only get a percentage of the money sent. Can you set up a PO box so I can send you a check for a full amount? Fazak, you don't have to do that. You will also have my address and phone number. Some YouTubers do that. They set up post office boxes and people send them stuff. But honestly, this channel is basically for free, guys, for you guys. It's for free. I do it for you as a courtesy. No, it's a courtesy. I want to help you. You know, I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing this for money. Okay, but when you send a super chat, we appreciate that. Okay, and if YouTube takes a piece of it, that's okay with me because YouTube created this channel. No, I don't. No, YouTube gets a little percentage of it because they let me use this platform. YouTube lets me use this platform. Okay, I don't have to pay for this platform. It's totally free. So basically, I get a super chat, and out of the super chat, Google takes a part of it to help pay for the channel, and I'm good with that. Fazak, you missed my prime message. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Fazak. I mean, I could set up a PO box. Maybe I could, and then you could send a check. But we don't want you to send a check. I want you to get your green card and your K1 visas. That's what I'm here for. Okay, Francois, I didn't know that you didn't get the full amount. Part of it goes to help pay for the channel, which is ran by Google via YouTube. Okay, that's how it works. And you know, nothing's free in America, right? This is a capitalist country. We're a constitutional republic, and there's nothing free. When the government says they're giving you something for free, they're not. When the government says they're giving you something for free, that means they're using my tax money to give to somebody else. That's what that means. When you see the government say we're going to give you a grant to build a football stadium, or we're going to give you a grant to build this or to build that, do you know what a grant is? A grant is taxpayer money, okay, that the government takes from my taxes to give to somebody else. So that's the American way. But look, right here, Karina is getting, this is her, we started a file already for Karina's 10-year green card. That's how it works. And relax, Francois, they don't take much. We get most of the money, Francois. Most of that super chat money comes to us. Fazak, it's the least I can do for your help and I know and knowledge. Thanks. You're good, Fazak. You're good. You know, if you want to send a super chat, and if you got no problem giving Google a little piece so I can run the channel, then you can do that if you want. But I don't really want to set up a PO box, okay, so you guys can start writing us checks, because that's not what we're about. We're here for free. How much money would you pay an immigration attorney to do a green card application or a K-1 visa application? What, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000? Okay, that's a lot of money. How much do you pay these companies to process your green card application or your K-1 visa? $1,000? I don't know. To me, I would rather just sit here and tell you how to do this for free. And if you send a super chat, we gladly accept it. And I got no problem giving Google / YouTube a little piece of it so that I can continue to use the channel. You know? And Fazak, we appreciate you. And we appreciate your the idea. But I'm here for free, basically. And we appreciate Francois Livingston and Denise Jefferson and everybody. You know, you guys send these super chats to us. Francois Livingston, Diego, I'm not sure when my fiance will get his birth certificate. Right, I know. In his hand, when looking for an appointment, how far do you think I should look for one? I would get the one, I would say at least 4 months out if you think it's going to take. How long is it going to take to get a birth certificate from Morocco? I still have to send him so much via DHL. How long does it take to send a DHL package from New York to UAE? It shouldn't take that long. 3 or 4 days, right? It's got to clear customs. Like if you live in the United States and you got a beneficiary in Colombia and you send her or him a bunch of documents through DHL, it's got to clear customs in Colombia first. So it will go to Bogota. It will sit in customs for maybe a week. So you got to think about the customs part. Mapindano K awake. Well, we're glad you're awake, Mapindano. Hi, Diego and Karina. Things are being sped up at USCIS. You're right. My case is approved in 3 months. Woo! That's a Mountain Dew salute right there. And 10 days, 3 months and 10 days. From March 21st to July 1st. I am very happy. Mepindano, we are happy for you. We are happy for you. Francois, about a week he thinks to get his birth certificate. Francois, listen. If it's only going to take a week to get the birth certificate, schedule the interview at the embassy in the UAE, pay the visa fee, schedule the interview, get the biometrics scheduled, get him in his medical exam. He's got to do a medical exam. Then have him apply for the birth certificate if the visa interview is at least 4 weeks or 5 weeks into the future. Do you see what I'm saying? It took almost 2 weeks for him to get a care package I sent him in the past. Yeah, it has to clear customs. The UAE are very strict with customs. So is the embassy. So is the immigration in Bogota, Colombia. So to answer Francois' question, when you schedule the visa interview, okay, if it's about 5 weeks out, 6 weeks out, that's enough time to get the birth certificate and to get a DHL package sent to him, right? Let me see. Francois, you got it? Elsa, I got an RFE for vaccinations. I'm pregnant. Did I take COVID booster and hepatitis B vaccinations? The civil surgeon, Elsa, if you're pregnant and you filed for your green card and you don't have a complete set of vaccinations, Immigration is not going to give you a green card till you have a complete set of vaccinations. If you cannot get the vaccinations because you are pregnant, the civil surgeon in the United States, approved by the State Department, has to write a note and a letter and put it on the form 693 to state that you are pregnant and that as such you cannot get these boosters, these vaccinations. When you get to the United States, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my recommendation is you repeat the medical exam. Have a brand new 693 signed by a civil surgeon. Get your vaccinations recertified. That goes in a sealed envelope. Put it in your green card application. Yeah, Karina had a medical exam in Bogota, Colombia. Okay, great. Okay, that's great. But we didn't have a copy of it. When she got to the United States, I called the doctor up in Pensacola. I said, hey, are you authorized by the U.S. State Department to give green card medical exams? Yeah, I am. Okay, great. We set an appointment. I scanned her vaccination documents, Karina's vaccination documents, to the doctor's administrative assistant. She looked at them and said, you're good. You're completely in compliance with immigration. We went to a medical exam. They redid her 693, recertified her vaccination page, put it in the envelope, sealed it and signed it, and I put it in the green card application. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. It costs $175. Now, it could be more than that. In California, it could be more expensive to get a repeat medical exam than in Florida. Or in Miami, it could be more expensive. Depends where you live. But Elsa, you're pregnant. Congratulations. You got an RFE because you didn't take the COVID booster and you didn't get a hepatitis B. You got to repeat the medical exam in the United States, wherever it is you live, wherever city you live in. You got to find a civil surgeon authorized by the State Department to do medical exams for green cards. And then you tell the doctor, I'm pregnant. And the doctor will probably, I'm not a doctor, by the way, but he will probably, or she will probably say you cannot get these vaccinations because you're pregnant. Only a civil surgeon can approve it. Right now, you're not going to get a green card until you prove to immigration that you have a COVID booster and a hepatitis B shot. You're not going to get it. The only way you can get it is to repeat the medical exam and have a civil surgeon sign off that because of your medical condition, you are waived from those two vaccinations. That's the only way you're going to get your green card. Francois Livingstone, it took almost 2 weeks for him to get a care package. So you got to plan at least 3 weeks in advance, right? So I'm looking for an open slot appointment in mid-late August. That's correct. Francois, I'm going to throw pixie dust on Francois. She gets all this Independence Day, Happy Birthday America, pixie dust. You've learned a lot, Francois, and a Mountain Dew salute. I feel like I'm studying for a big final test. You are. You are. It's the final class. It's like a calculus. You're taking your final calculus test, right? Or your advanced algebra. That's what it is. Filing for a green card and a K-1 visa is like it's like sitting through an algebra class, right? You're like, what the heck? Like, dude, it's difficult, right? Jonathan Linda, how long do you think it will take for the green card to arrive after approval? 4 to 5 months. 4 to 5 months. Or after approval. Let me see here. Well, Karina got her green card approved in ¿Qué día tu green card aprobado? 2 semanas. So 2 weeks ago, Karina got a letter in the mail, the I-797. So about 2 weeks, after green card approval. Well, Karina got a letter in the mail 2 weeks ago saying her green card was approved. So about 2 weeks. Harold A. Hey, what hotel do you recommend to stay in Bogota prior to the interview? Okay. Harold A. I've made a video on the best hotels to stay in Bogota, Colombia, close to the embassy. The U.S. Embassy, okay, there's a hotel right outside the U.S. Embassy. It's like a 2-minute walk. Here's a hotel. Here's the embassy. You can walk across the street, and there you're at the embassy gate to go into the U.S. Embassy in Bogota, Colombia. There's a hotel right across the street. What's the name? I can't remember the name, but I've made a video, okay, on hotels. I can't remember the name of the video, but if you go into the subject line on this YouTube channel and type in hotels Bogota, I've made a video and I gave a list of 6 or 7 hotels that are within 5 to 10 minutes away from the U.S. Embassy in Bogota, Colombia. So if you go into Diego Ross, hotels, Bogota, Colombia. If you watch that video, I give you the names of the hotels and how much it costs and how far and how long it's going to take you to get from this hotel to the U.S. Embassy. I mean, it's a 10-minute video, 8-minute video. I've covered every single base, guys, on this channel, from hotels to vaccinations to how to apply for the green card, how to adjust the status. I've covered everything on this channel. I even made a video, and if you're flying to Bogota, you got to fill out an immigration form for Colombian immigration. I even made a video on how to fill out the immigration form to leave America and fly to Colombia. I've made a video on how to bring pets from Colombia to the United States. We brought Tokyo, our cat, from Bogota. I made a video on how to do it. And there is a hotel, Howard A. There is a hotel, right? Here's the hotel Pixie Dust, right? And here's the embassy. You just cross the street, and there's the embassy. That's the entryway. But I can't remember the name of it. If I knew the name of it, I would tell you. Okay? And somebody asked me on the last live stream, how much money does it cost to lift the conditions from a 2-year green card to a 10-year green card? It's $750. Okay? It costs $750 to go from 2-year to 10-year green card. That's how much it is. Somebody asked me that question. Okay, guys, I've been talking for 1 hour and 31 minutes. It's been a pleasure. Today is Wednesday, Merciless. It's July 3rd. I want y'all to have a fantastic, happy Independence Day. If you are in another country right now, if you're in Colombia, if you're in India, the Philippines, Australia, I don't know where it is you are in the world, wish Americans a happy Independence Day. Please don't say Happy July 4th, because that is not the correct thing to say. Okay? Happy July 4th is giving benedictions to Julius Caesar. You wish Americans a happy Independence Day, and we will see you on Saturday. Thanks for the super chat, Francois, and we'll be back Saturday.